It's Friday, July 20, 2007. There are just 474 days left until the 2008 presidential elections.
Noon in New York, 9 a.m. on the West Coast.
I'm Rob.
I'm Will.
This is Political Lunch. Welcome to Political Lunch. It's Friday, you know what that means.
Normally we'd have you all caught up on politics and back to your bagel in 3 minutes or less, but there's just so much to cover today we may need a little bit extra time, but we'll do our best. Rob, let's get started.
Let's get started. We start with our favorite source of material here on The Lunch, John McCain.
After a couple of difficult weeks on the campaign trail, Senator McCain snapped to a CNN reporter on Wednesday that he is, quote, finished discussing his campaign.
Senator John McCain, determined to win the presidency in stealth mode.
Number 9, earlier this month, the International Association of Firefighters released a 12-minute video attacking Rudy Giuliani for his handling of 9/11.
Now, this hasn't gained too much traction. As an example, the South Carolina Fire Rescue Conference, there was at least one organized pro-Rudy group, and most of the firefighters interviewed by the New York Daily News hadn't even heard about the video.
Number 8, Barack Obama and Mitt Romney have gotten into a mostly ridiculous back and forth over sex ed. This can only be described first. It started with this volley from Mitt Romney.
I heard a quote today from Senator Barack Obama, which puzzled me. He said that we should have sex education in kindergarten. I'm not kidding you.
But here's what Obama actually said.
I'm an original co-sponsor of the Prevention First Act, which will provide money for comprehensive and medically accurate, age-appropriate sex education in the schools.
To set the record straight, the same sex ed program that Mitt Romney endorsed while governor of Massachusetts, it was the crack team of Teddy Davis and Lindsay Ellerson over at ABC News who ignited this charming little episode with this completely misleading headline.
But this piece in the Chicago Sun-Times puts it in perspective. Lynn Sweet writes, "It conjures up visions of condoms and cupcakes passed around before the afternoon nap time, except that it is not true."
Number 7, where have you gone, Joe Biden? Nowhere, according to this piece from Time Magazine's Joe Klein. He ponders the question, how can a candidate with such an impressive resume still be polling at just 3%?
Number 6, Bloomberg.com considers the impressive resume of Bill Richardson and likewise wonders why his numbers aren't higher as well.
We'll let you know when we find a similar profile of Chris Dodd.
Number 5, this time around, young women's votes are highly coveted political capital, and they're being courted by everyone, including Edwards and Clinton. This week, Elizabeth Edwards asserted that her husband would be better for women than Hillary.
Hillary, in response, broke out the secret weapon.
And the New York Times closed out the week with this piece on the subject, marveling that some women don't like Hillary Clinton.
Number 4, Oprah is in the building. This week, the keys to the Oprah Kingdom were handed to Barack Obama with the announcement of plans for a September fundraiser at Oprah's house in California.
Now, Oprah doesn't usually endorse candidates, but she said, quote, "I think this is beyond and above politics. It feels like something new."
Number 3, former Senator and presidential candidate Mike Gravel finally got at least some of what he wanted. When Senate Democrats forced a showdown over Iraq, the McCain campaign in particular made much of the overnight session, emailing supporters to tell them what had gone down when McCain and Clinton addressed the chamber in the wee hours.
Rick Davis, the campaign's newly appointed director, likened the choice of McCain v. Clinton to winning v. losing.
Number 2, in somewhat related news, Salon's Joe Conason goes after the so-called Republican chicken hawks, pointing out that among the GOP candidates, only John McCain and Duncan Hunter have any military experience. Calling Giuliani and Romney artful dodgers, he examines their deferment.
Finally, our number 1 story, the New York Times this week wins the Most Inane Political Coverage Award, and trust me, we're experts on this.
Today, the Gray Lady ran this hard-hitting piece on the search for hotel rooms for delegates to the 2008 Democratic Convention in Denver.
Now, highlights include in which the executive director of the Utah Democratic Party is testing the flushing capacity at an Embassy Suites hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, the democratic process at work.
Truly a marvel to behold. Thanks for watching Political Lunch. We'll be back here on Monday to preview Monday night's Democratic debate.
Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you Monday. Dodd, Richardson, Biden.